if I'm always having to work, you know what I'm saying? Like I own a job, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like a real entrepreneur for real. The first thing is you gotta find a business where you don't do the work, but you know it enough where you can sell it and package it. Most people in this world are not real entrepreneurs. They're hustlers, they're solopreneurs, they're contract, but an entrepreneur is someone who's able to use other people, use other resources, you know what I'm saying, to be able to pull themselves out of business. And so I wanted to start something, an agency or something like bigger than me, right? Where, you know, they can come in through my relationship, but it doesn't have to get done by me.
It has to work or it has to work.
Welcome to Circle of Greatness. I'm your host, Nehemiah Davis. And today I got to bring you another agency owner. When I talk about this guy, been crushing it for years, in front of the camera, behind the camera. Call this man a hybrid, man. And I'm so grateful for him because some of my greatest friends I met at some of his events. So without further ado, man, my guy, Drew. What up, bro?
Yo.
From the old agency. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, I appreciate that, man. I remember I got a friend who used to say, dog, you're like a chameleonaire. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of blend in where it makes sense.
Bruh.
And it's gone all the way back to like my HBCU days, all that good stuff.
Where you went to, HBCU?
I went to Hampton, bro.
Hampton, okay.
Yeah, so I learned a lot.
That's not where Corey went. He went to Howard.
Corey went to Howard.
Y'all like rivals.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So I learned a lot about just culture, building family, like building traditions, building movements, getting people excited. I did a lot of stuff. Cause I used to DJ at Hampton too. Okay. So, I mean, that was like the start of my like entertainment.
How old are you?
32.
Okay, I'm 36.
34, I'm tripping.
Okay,
34.
yeah, not far. So, when you graduate, like, what was the start of this journey? You said the entertainment journey started for you as a DJ at Hampton.
Yeah.
That's about 15 years or probably 15 years ago?
Dang near, yeah.
About that, because I think I started 15 years ago, so around that.
Did you go to college? No.
For a year.
For a year? All good. Yeah, nah, man. I've always been very entrepreneurial, you know what I'm saying? Ever since like middle school, high school, sell candy and, you know, gel pens and all that stuff on the school bus, you know what I'm saying? But my, you know, I got, you know, immigrant parents, you know what I'm saying, who came here with nothing. So they're like, yo, you got to be doctor, lawyer, engineer, all that good stuff.
Yep. So, and that's generally all Asian parents out here.
Yeah,
like,
for
it's
sure.
like
100%,
it's almost
bro.
mandatory.
100%, bro. Yeah. To the point where like it got so bad that like I had to like completely like leave them, you know what I'm saying, for a good majority of my like adult life. But I ended up at Hampton because they wanted me to go to pharmacy school, you know what I'm saying? So I applied and Hampton was the only school that accepted me into their pharmacy program. And so then like when I got in, I was like, all right, cool, I'm going. And I didn't even know it was an HBCU. I just accepted it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then the next thing I know, my one of my best friends, Bakari Taylor, he played basketball. He committed to Hampton. So we're like, all right, bet, we'll both go. And so, yeah, man, I went there. I was a pharmacy major because they had the 6-year program. First semester, I failed every single class. Chemistry, biology, I sucked at like science and stuff. Yeah. Had like a 1-point-something GPA. I had like a small scholarship, on the verge of losing it. I was on the verge of getting kicked out of school. And I was like, yo, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? So I was like 17, 18-ish at the time. And I like made a decision. I was like, yo, and like throughout my entire teens, my parents were adamant. You were going to like make a better life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For us, for the family, all that good stuff. And they saw, you know, science, medical as the best route. And then by the end of the semester, I was like, I can't do this. So I switched my major. So I found this 5-year MBA major I switched to. Changed my major, didn't tell them. Went through, you know what I'm saying, did my thing. And the reason why I changed my major and wanted to stay at that school so much was I started like DJing too. I started getting into like music, DJing, all this good stuff. And just doing like little house parties and stuff. There was a DJ there at the time. He was a senior DJ. His name was DJ Tay James. Mm-hmm. He graduated and went on to become Justin Bieber's DJ. Wow. And so I was learning from him. You know what I'm saying? Things were moving, all this good stuff. And so that first semester, man, like I DJed like, this was back in 2008, Obama's like inauguration party. Next week, I was in the front page of the newspaper. Like everybody was rocking with me, all this good stuff. I was like, yo, I'm meant to be here. Yeah. Ain't no way. But I was failing all my classes. I was on the verge of getting kicked out. So I changed my major, didn't tell them. A whole year passed. By the time they found out, they were like, yo, we taking you out. You know what I'm saying? But I told them straight up, nah, I'm staying. Yeah. And so they were like, if you staying, then we don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe in what you believe in. We don't believe like nothing. Yep. We'll never want to hear from you, talk to you again, all this good stuff. Wow. So I took that as like, they disowned me. And to be honest, like that's a whole thing that probably dragged me for the next 10 years, trying to prove them, you know what I'm saying, wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of that energy, a lot of that entrepreneurship, hustle, it came from that. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I forged my own path. Next thing you know, now I got to find money for school. I'm walking down the mall one day and I saw a military kind of like Marine recruitment thing. I went in there and just signed up, bro. I was like, yo, I need money for school. So I ended up getting sent to boot camp, South Carolina, sent to Marine Corps boot camp, did that for some time, came back, got some money. I was DJing. I mean, long story short, like for the next couple of years, like I was making 6 figures cash before I even graduated college. I was DJing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. I was put on. You know what I'm saying? As the main DJ, all that stuff. I was running it up, bro. And that's how Hampton Howard, we had our own thing. Like I knew a lot of the Howard folks, they knew us. We were doing Hampton Howard cabarets, all that good stuff, bro. But it was one of those things where like I had my own vision for my life and I was willing to bet it all on it. You know what I'm saying? And so I think a lot of that, has to do with how much you believe in what you believe in and all that good stuff and just going after it no matter what.
What made you believe so hard when, your parents didn't believe? That's a lot of people don't pursue their goals and their dreams because of their parents, bro, because their will of wanting you to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
What you think?
I don't know, bro. I actually talked to a group of people last week and I told them honestly, bro, I think the biggest thing that I think, I don't know if it's taught or learned, but I have a very high level of discernment. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm convicted about certain things, bro, like I'm willing to bet, you know what I'm saying? To me, a lot of things to me are like, it's me and God against the world.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I feel like I'm just able to figure it out. I think the ability to be resourceful, I think the ability to like, go all in, to just, if it works, it works. If it don't, it's like get rich or die trying type of stuff, 50 Cent mode. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And I had that mindset when I was younger. I don't have that mindset now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to die now. But back in the 20s, you know what I'm saying? The teens, I was like, it's get rich or die trying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where the mindset came, discernment in terms of figuring out which convictions to go after. You know what I'm saying? Because not every dream is worth going all in for. Knowing who to learn from, get mentored from, all that stuff, man. Where to invest your money. I've always making a little bit of money, then reinvesting it back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Up to where I am now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been investing and going to that next level.
Let me ask you a question. So, what was the year your first BYOB? Bring your own business, right?
Build your own brand.
Build your own brand.
Build your own brand, man.
What was the first year?
So, long story short,
I've been to 2 of them. I'm just trying to figure out. Like one was in DC.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember too. When was the first time we met? Because it was back then. It was back in the early. It was early. You know what I'm saying? Like 15, 16. Bro.
It can't be 4 years ago, bro.
No. No.
I know I ain't crazy.
Well, the event you was talking about was in 19, but I think.
Are you sure?
Atlanta was 19. I'll tell you the timeline.
When did Marcus speak?
19, because I know for a fact because I got a call from DJ Baby Drew, which he's a Chris Brown DJ. He went to Hampton with me. He's like, yo, I got a guy. He want to speak. Then he put me on Marcus. I was like, who this? Yeah. He's like, yo, I want to speak. He was like the last person I added to the roster. He was like, yo, I'm willing to pay whatever. Like I was like, all right, whatever. I'll throw you on there. Yeah. Next thing you know, like he's running that whole he's messaging everybody. I'm like, yo, this guy is different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He's different.
But I remember putting Marcus on, bro.
2019.
That was 2019. 2018 was when we did DC.
What month in 2019?
It was May, because we did a Memorial Day weekend.
So essentially, it's 5 years ago now.
You're right.
All right. So I want to just, because I'm like, yo, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
So about 5. So
5 years ago.
That's about, me and him have done a lot in 5 years.
I know.
So we got busy. As soon as we met at your event, I still remember you had the blue suit on. And we got cranking.
Yeah. No, but the pandemic made it feel like, the 3 years of pandemic made it feel like it was like 1 or 2 years. So it's short in time, but it was right before the pandemic.
Okay. And let me ask you, was it one before that? When was the DC
one? The DC one was 18.
See, I can't
2018, bro. We were, I think I met you in 17.
Was that your first one?
Yeah, 18 was the first one. And I was big on just bringing as many people out as possible.
How many people you had there?
It was just about 1,000.
Yeah. But it seemed like it was huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 is huge, but I felt like it was like 5,000.
Because I mean, again, this was early, bro. Nobody was doing it like that.
That's what I was asking.
You know what I'm saying?
Where you get your blue? Where you got that?
I tell you, 100%.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's so simple.
Yeah.
We all know it's all about exposure, right?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you were moving around before everything blew up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look, I graduated college. I worked a corporate job. I was a building and marketing agency at the same time. Fast forward a couple of years. This was 2015. So you know HubSpot.
Yeah.
So I ran a marketing agency.
I just was talking about we're paying them $5,800 a month. I was just telling them it got to get reduced. I literally just had a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what's up?
Nah, HubSpot crazy.
Yeah.
But I was a HubSpot partner, agency partner. So I went out to, I'm gonna tell you, there's a couple key moments that everything just hit to me.
Yeah.
And I went on this whole BYOB run for like 4 years. I was a HubSpot partner. I went out to the Inbound conference out in Boston. It's like 15,000 people there. This was like 2014.
Yeah.
I was like, I sat in that room. I remember networking, meeting people, business owners, activations, all this good stuff, marketers. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I'm learning so much. And I was like,
that's like 10 years ago.
This is a minute ago. Yeah. I'm telling you, like I was already on like this.
What made you get on though?
Well, I was a marketing agency and they had this partnership program.
But where did you come up with the idea 10 years ago to start a marketing agency?
I've always loved marketing. I'll tell you this. I was a DJ, but once I got about 4 years in, I knew that for me, I'm always thinking ahead. I'm like, yo, there's a cap on how much I can make as a DJ. If I had to be there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can only make a certain amount per hour. Even if you become a celebrity DJ, you only get to a certain amount per hour or whatever. But there's a cap, and I had to be there. You know what I'm saying? I had a teacher tell me a long time ago, bro, most people in this world are not real entrepreneurs. They're hustlers, they're solopreneurs, they're contract. But an entrepreneur is someone who's able to use other people, use other resources, you know what I'm saying, to be able to pull themselves out of business. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So once I learned that, I was like, dang, if I'm always having to work, you know what I'm saying? Like I own a job, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like a real entrepreneur for real. And so I always thought about that. And so I wanted to start something where an agency or something like bigger than me, right? Where, you know, they can come in through my relationship, but it doesn't have to get done by me. And so that's why I started it. Yeah. I knew that being more than a DJ, I liked marketing myself as a DJ. That's how I learned how to brand, social, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff early on. But anyways, that's how I got into marketing. I locked on to HubSpot, became a partner with them. You know what I'm saying?
15,000 people.
Went to the conference. I was like, damn, this is crazy. I told one of my homies at the time, I was like, yo, I want to rebuild this, but because it was all like white men there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, one day I want to rebuild this, but I just want it to be like a better representation of where America is today. I'm saying black and brown folks. I grew up in PG County, Maryland. I went to HBCU. Like I just kind of know what the culture looks like and moves. Yeah. So that was the biggest thing, right? I was like, yo, it might take me like 10 years, but I'm gonna do it. And my mom was like, yo, the first one, 1,000 people. Second one, 2,000. Third one, 4, 8, 10, right? In my mind, I was like, I'm gonna do 10,000 people, then I'm gonna make $1 million in a day. Yeah. Guaranteed, right? When you get on that stage. So that was my first thought process. Then the second time, I went to the very first ClickFunnels conference in San Diego. This was in 2015, right? I saw what was going on there, right? I was like, oh, this is cool. I sat next to the only black girl that was in the room. Guess who it was?
I've had the privilege to help hundreds and hundreds of people all around the world open up their own profitable event spaces utilizing my signature formula. Number one, how to find a space. Number two, how to fund the space and how to automate the space. I've been in Atlanta, Georgia now living for 2 years. My spaces are still in Philadelphia operating, doing extremely well because we use the same exact formula that I break down, right? If you're interested in learning how we can help you, I want you to go to eventsspacesecrets.com, watch a training or book a call with our team to see if you are a good fit. Again, this is for you specifically if you're looking for other ways to leverage your money and turn that into other streams of income, right? I don't believe there's a better time than right now for you to get tapped into the information in the game that can help you. So again, go to eventsspacesecrets.com, watch the training or book a call with our team to see if you're a good fit for this opportunity. Let's go.
Danielle Leslie.
All right, yeah, that sounds about right.
She was the only black girl in the room, right? That we just clicked, right? I was like, hey, what's up? What you do? I was like, oh, okay, cool. Didn't really know, this is 2015, 14, right? We didn't really know each other like that, but it was just kind of like that connection.
She was probably still working at Udemy or somewhere like that.
Correct. So this is early on, again, before all this kind of went down. And so that opened my eyes to the whole like digital marketing. I saw how he was writing the book, you know what I'm saying, running the plays, all that good stuff.
She was literally the only black person in there.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, I was there.
Yeah, crazy.
This is the first one in San Diego. I went to the very first one, bro. Yep. Like I didn't seen all this. I didn't know about ClickFunnels before everybody knew about it, bro. Yep. And again, it kind of reignited me like, yo, you know, he talked about, you know, building what it takes to build a movement, what it takes to build a community. You need it was like these 3 things. It was like, you need a charismatic leader. You need a, you know, something vision. You need this thing. So I was like, oh, okay, bet. And yeah, bro, like 2016, I moved down to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I started making moves in the Atlanta network. 2017, I launched the BYOB tour. I went around the country in 30 days, did these workshops. I think I invited you to one of them, but you wasn't rocking with it at first. It was all good. Because then when you seen it get done, you was like, yo, let me rock with Drew.
Yeah.
So we did this tour. We went around the country.
I remember you hit me on the tour, yeah.
Yeah, but I went to Philly and I had like Jalil and Ashley and stuff there, right?
Fox.
Yeah. This is early. This is early, right? And but I wasn't even tripping because I know like once people see, they always come back around. And we did that tour, and then I was like, honestly, at the end of that tour, I was like, yo, instead of me going around the country, let me bring everybody together in one place. So I had built up this network, I had built up this movement, and I touched 100 people in every single city, like 10 different cities.
Yeah.
By the end of that tour, I was like, yo, we doing a conference next year, but I had already saw what it should look like. And so by the time I did the marketing, the messaging, the packaging, boom, 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 2018 hit,
And you had sponsors. You helped get sponsors.
We had a couple sponsors too.
So
first one.
So bro, it's like, especially in the African American, like mostly every one of my events is out the muscle.
100%.
Bro, why is it so hard for us to get sponsorship?
I tell you.
I mean, they be getting whole event under $1 million, 500,000, $250,000, 100, and we trying to go get. We struggle. Like,
I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I got one sponsor off a relationship. It was Verizon, but I put up.
Remember that Verizon?
Yeah, with that because David and Lily and stuff. But I put up like 100, 200 plus that first conference. You know what I'm saying? Of my own money. You know what I'm saying? They gave me like 20K or whatever.
So it wasn't no money.
It wasn't no money, bro. I mean, I put up.
It was cute.
Yeah, I put up everything, bro. I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? But now, like, I wouldn't do anything without it. You know what I'm saying? Without sponsorship money. You know what I'm saying? Because the events game has changed, but a lot of his relationships. You know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day is what it comes down to.
I'm starting to learn that pretty much all the sponsorships, for the most part, is a relationship.
100%, bro. Because I'll tell you this, I started getting other sponsorships, Red Bull, Salesforce. Like now, then it started getting legit backs, 50K, 100K. But I'm telling you, bro, somebody had to bring me into the door, bro.
100%.
Somebody who was like trusted had to bring me in. And anybody,
major cosign.
Yeah. The way I'm moving now too, I'm learning like the way you do B2B marketing is just different from B2C. We're so used to the internet, social media, building a big brand. But that B2B and B2G, it's just different, bro.
B2G, business to government?
Government. Yeah, it's different, bro.
That's that big bag.
So that's what we're doing now too, bro.
Yeah, I want to talk about
bro.
that.
I'm just moving. Yeah, I mean, everything now I'm focused on is like B2B or B2G.
So let's talk about it, bro. So you went from...
So I went from being
B2C,
front-facing,
heavy, personal branding. You out there as the brand.
Yeah.
Now you a ghost. You in the background running the big events.
Yeah.
Like you've done several. You do conferences for me now with my partners and others. Like we refer you. Like if you guys are looking for somebody to do your conference, the old agency. Like there'll be a link in the description for you guys to get an event consultation or whatever, so you guys can get going. But you are like doing an amazing job now behind. How is that transition, bro, to go from front of the camera to behind the camera, but in just going business to business and business to government? You told me about some government gigs you've been getting.
Yeah, man.
What made you make the transition? Tell me about it.
Sure. I'll be honest with you, the pandemic, bro. Once the pandemic hit, it forced everything to stop. And so even for me, like just everything stopped. And I had a good chance to reevaluate everything in my life, bro. And I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, I didn't even like how I was running a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I realized after a while too. This kind of sounds crazy, but I don't even think I like people that much, bro. Like, cause I know what it feels like to be in front of 2,000, 3,000 people everywhere you go.
Being the star.
People, like
it's a lot.
You gotta be on. You know what I'm saying? And I realized,
never be off.
Yeah, bro. And I don't know, bro. I think after a while, I think it was good to taste it. But I don't think I really liked it that much, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I realized that, I just consider myself more as a, what do you call it? Not an extrovert, like an introvert. You know what I'm saying? I just consider myself, after a while, bro, I don't know if it's maturity or what. I was like, yo, I just feel more like I'm an introverted type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm writing a book now, like entrepreneurship for introverts. You know what I'm saying? But like, I know a lot of times people tell you like, well, you just got to put yourself out there. I'm not, but that's like, if you're an introvert and you put yourself out there, that's kind of like counterintuitive to being authentic as well. You know what I'm saying? Which we all preach, right? So I'm like, I think there are business models specifically for introverts and for people who are more behind the scenes. Whether you partner up with someone who's an extrovert, you know what I'm saying, front facing, that's one, obviously.
Yeah.
I think the other side too is, again, going down this route of more like, again, just B2B, B2G. It's a different game. There was a young lady, she told me a long time ago, because I was trying to figure out the sponsorship game and the corporate brands, all that good stuff. She was like, Drew, you do great marketing to the masses, but you're not marketing to, you know what I'm saying, you know, these other people. And I didn't even understand what that meant. Yeah. But I think it really is about, it's a lot more on the networking side. It's a lot more client referrals, employee referrals, RFPs, you know what I'm saying? More like back office, admin stuff that you can do. But man, you land the contracts, 50K, 100K, 200K, like that's all you're doing is you're landing these huge contracts and then you don't even do the work. You know what I'm saying? So like to
Tell
me,
about that.
that's like, to me, that's the play. That's the thing that I'm on right now. There's a girl named, you know, Cody Sanchez?
Yes.
Yeah, so she talks a lot about boring businesses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the idea is like, there's so many businesses out here that like, and I've been running into so many people who are building $3, $4, $5 million companies plus, and they don't gotta be on. You know what I'm saying? They don't gotta be like, they walk around fully free and not giving a care in the world. You know what I'm saying? And they have like moving truck companies, they have cleaning companies. You know, I got a whole AVL, you know what I'm saying, production company, where the biggest thing for me is you're finding a business.
What AVL mean?
AVL, so audio video lighting.
Got it. Okay,
right?
perfect.
So in the event space, we're doing the production thing too. So I think the biggest thing you got to realize is what's a business you can get into where you don't have to do the fulfillment. You don't have to do the work, right? Because if you have to do the work, then you're never going to get out of that race, right? And so again, you got to find these businesses, and Cody Sanchez talks a lot about it, all these boring businesses, these old Gen X style businesses. The first thing is you got to find a business where you don't do the work, but you know it enough where you can sell it and package it. Then you build out a whole sales team. Then you build out a whole back end team. Then you truly build out a system where like once the system is up and running, bro, and then you're building year to year, and then you're getting those client referrals and employee referrals and going after RFPs and marketing the agency, bro, you'll never have to like, I think this is the most scalable way where I don't have to be front facing, bro. Wow. And we will get to, 8 figures plus and then sell to like a private equity company. Wow. That's the play I'm looking at now.
It's going to be a lot easier to sell because it's not tied to a personal brand.
Correct.
Like me, I can't sell what I got right now.
There's a lot of people in your shoes, but I've worked with so many of them.
They got to de-guru it.
Correct.
Like you got to take the guru out of it.
Because if you watch Shark Tank, one of the first things they say is, yo, if you got hit by a bus tomorrow, how the business going to...
As Mr. Wonderful say, you're dead to me.
You're dead. You know what I'm saying?
The cockroach you are.
How you going... So I've been thinking a lot about that recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now I'm thinking about, like, can I build a business where like my kids can take over? And I don't even got kids or nothing like that. But like, I'm thinking, just a good, solid, boring business, right? There's so many out there that anybody could just jump in and really manage. You know what I'm saying? And then know how to source the right people to work it, know how to source the right jobs. And you're really just a middleman at the upper echelon level going after B2B, B2G contracts.
That's good. I like that. Where am I looking to get the B2G contracts?
Yeah,
that's the money. They don't run out of money.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm still learning a lot right now, but I'll tell you what I know.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've done a couple of jobs. I've done a couple of jobs for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Done some jobs for the Secret Service. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. It's definitely hard. It's not easy, right?
You gotta have your stuff together.
You gotta have your stuff together. Like the higher up you go to, it's like
more clearances.
Yeah. And just general like just paperwork and business licenses,
certificate stuff. Yet?
I'm working on that.
Oh,
it's big. It's a big deal. Absolutely, bro. You got to get all that.
I got WBE or women. WMEB.
Yeah,
something like that.
They got minority owned certifications. Women owned. SBA 8A certifications. All these buckets of money I'm learning. I don't know if you know this woman named Nicole Parker.
No.
Remember her? She came on stage at the 2019 BYOB at the end and said,
if I see her,
and like donate like $100,000 to us.
Okay.
So she's done $100 million in government contracts.
Wow.
She's big up in DC. She was on the front cover of Black Enterprise a couple of years ago. A lot of people respect her. But I've been learning a lot from her. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a whole system, bro. Like, I don't know it all. I just know that once you get all your certifications, paperwork together, there are websites where you can go on and like see what jobs there are. But like then they'll teach you like things like go and find the jobs where only one person bid on them every year. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to get smart and competitive, right? Stuff like that. And then the jobs for everything, because the government buys everything from clothes to pencils. They buy it for like, the
paper
for the Pentagon and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Events, whatever. So there's a lot of tactics behind it. There's the obvious stuff. Go online, go on the government, websites, all that good stuff. But then there's like strategy behind it. I think my play is obviously getting the certifications. But again, kind of like what Maddie said, like use your relationships. Subcontracting is probably the best way to get in, right? So that means a contractor actually is the person who goes out and gets it, but usually they can't do all of it, and then you sub it on them. But then you're building your reps, and you're saying, hey, the government is my client as well. And after time, what's going to happen is those people are naturally just going to come after you as well. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been big on people coming to me versus having to go out but I can if I have to sell and close, but that's why you build a brand. You know what I'm saying? So people come to you for the most part. But that's a whole play in there.
Business to business a little easier than the government.
I think so. It's less red tape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's millions of businesses. But again, you got to focus on the right one, bro. I think people think like I wouldn't even consider a mom and pop, like they're a business, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not a business that can willingly pay 50, 100K.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta think about it.
Yeah. So like, even though we call them a business, they're not really, they're like I saw something, Neil Patel, he said something recently. It's like, there's a big difference between $1 million company, a $10 million company, a $100 million company. $1 million companies work with a lot of the small mom and pop style companies. The $10 million company works with a lot of, again, the B2B medium size, medium to large companies. And then like the, $100 million companies are like the gigantic contract. Yeah. The only difference is who they go after. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Who you go after. So you just got to go after the right people with the budgets. I don't even try to convince people who can't afford to work with me. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact it's not a good fit. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
There's no point.
When you got to waste your time,
you don't gotta waste
my time.
Yeah, for sure. Then there's like arguments. There's like your worth, my worth. It's like, I don't even care. Like if you go after someone who already knows, that's why I love the production space. You go into a conference knowing you got to spend 50, 60, 70, 100K on production. I don't even got to argue with that. You know what I'm saying? Like go find a business that already, like it's industry standard to spend a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? And then it makes it so much easier for you. So I'm like little things like that I'm starting to get into and just understand business at a much, much, much deeper, easier level. You know what I'm saying? So
that's good. Are most of your clients coming from now referrals or business to business? Like
100%. Yeah. But I'll tell you the biggest one that I think a lot of people forget about too is nonprofits, man. They're a big business, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All of them.
Churches, nonprofits. Church is a big one. Church is crazy. Church is crazy for our space. Yeah. Because the way they get bigger is by building bigger productions to pull more people in. Yeah. So like it's big, it's for our space. But nonprofits are huge, bro. And I think that's I would consider them so many of our clients are nonprofits, bro. Yeah. From public DC public schools to all these organizations that have millions of dollars of funding. They got to spend the money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then if they know how much they got to spend, you build the relationship coming a little bit lower. Yeah. Like, bro, you're getting
game changer.
These 50, 100K bags a month easily, bro. Yeah.
That's good. I like this production business. You know what I mean? Bro. So tell me a little bit about it. So right now, I know your general clients. Tell me a little bit about it. Like for me, what you're doing for our next conference.
For sure.
Pretty much get the client, like walk me through. Somebody here is listening like, yo, I want to hire him to do my event. Walk us through what that looked like working with the agency.
Yeah, so outside of like the B2G, B2B stuff, obviously I came from the influencer, you know what I'm saying, world, the brand, personal brand. So I have a lot of relationships in that space. Most people who are what I consider like high impact coaches, you, David, Terica, Tiff, all that stuff, right? So man, if you're at the stage where you're building out your movement, you're building out live events, you're trying to like really take that to the next level, we're pretty much full service. From an agency perspective, I used to do like social content, all this good stuff, but now I'm almost like niche to like event, marketing, event logistics, full service event management, and then event production too. Like I want the whole thing. So event design, event budgeting, booking the hotel, experiential. Like I have all the relationships, all the contacts since I've been doing this since 2017. Yeah. So I just know it, and I've done it with my own money. So a lot of people appreciate the fact that like I come in there, I was in the trenches. I'm like, look, I would do it this way because I'm trying to save you money too. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people realize that. And I'm like, yo, I'm not out here just spending everybody's money. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I know every single nuance of what we should do, what we should not do, what we can get away with, all that good stuff when it comes to building, you know what I'm saying, a conference, 500, 1,000, 2,000 plus. And then I just know all the years to save money too. And I think I provide a lot of value. I think if you went anywhere else and got the same service, you would pay 2-3 times the price. But it's still a $100K bag for me. So every client is like 6 figures.
Yeah,
and so it's good.
That. And the cool thing that I like, bro, is it's recurring.
It happens
like
every
you did
year.
Our conference last year.
It happens every year, bro.
Only way you don't do it is you don't do what you got to do.
100%. And so that was another big mindset shift too. Alex Hormozy said something about, you know, a lot of people at the beginning, they go after that monthly retainer or that continuity, like monthly stuff. But then once I realized like I used to like that a lot, but there's a lot of like work you had to do every month for that. But the yearly stuff, bro, it's like, boom, you go in, you got a huge bag, you do it well, you do it, and it happens every year. So I could almost count it as if it was monthly MRR, but on an annual level. And I can plan for that. I could get the right team members, you know, make the right investments. Because once we get it in, unless you just mess up, you know what I'm saying, you're doing it every single year. And that's amazing.
Wow, that's good. Hey, bro, I want to do a quick lightning round with you. This is the second time I'm doing this. I'm going to just ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Mentored by Sam Walton or Oprah Winfrey?
Oh, Sam Walton's the Walmart guy?
Yeah.
I go with Sam. I like the behind the scenes look. Yeah.
Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey?
Tyler Perry, again, behind the scenes.
Okay. Robert Smith, richest black man in American history, or what's my other name? Bob Johnson, who started BET.
What does Robert Smith do? He's like in finances.
Finance. He's in venture capital.
I mean, it's a toss up. Yeah. Right now I'm interested in that world, so I say Robert Smith.
Robert, got it.
Yeah.
3 favorite books.
Oh man, that's hard for me to say. A lot of books that I read when I was like really into business, you know what I'm saying, like before the pandemic, it's very different to what it is now.
Yeah, give me the before and give me now.
I don't even know all of them off the top. I know before though, I was a huge fan of like the Tim Ferriss 4-Hour Workweek. Yeah. That book definitely changed, you know, a lot of my thought process early on.
Yeah. And I want to say something about that when you finish.
Okay. I also like I forgot his name, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F.
Yep.
I like how he goes about things. I don't know, 48 Laws of Power, something like that. Yeah.
So 4-Hour Workweek, bro. I picked it up over 10 to 12 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
I know.
It was.
But I didn't understand the concept.
Gotcha.
He's talking about, hey, I'm kickboxing in Tibet while I'm making money with my VA, and I just couldn't get it. I wish I would have been able to understand it, bro. You ever get something and you don't get the full scope? So my
100%.
man introduced me to ClickFunnels.
Right. What year was this?
I don't remember, but my guy, Matthew Farini, him and I started at the same time. He did something called Queen Warriors. They got this huge subscription business now, 30, 40,000 women that pay however much it costs a month. It's my guy, right? And then you got, he introduced me to the ClickFunnels, to the funnel world, right? So the idea of a funnel is to be able to put a customer into a system where essentially they spend more money with you throughout the initial sales process. Initially, that's how. All I knew was ClickFunnels was just a software that's helping me sell the thing, but I didn't really understand the mechanism of it. So for the first 2-3 years, we ran through. And did you have a community at some point? Like where it was a monthly fee, or
it was early on.
Something like that. Yeah. But Me too, but my
Right.
idea was you got in the community. I never sold you anything ever for the
Right.
whole year. Like
Right.
it wasn't another thing you had to buy from me. You did pay monthly, which was kind of naughty, but it was no upsells. So I was introduced to it, but I didn't really grasp it
Understand
until
fully.
2 years later.
Yeah.
So I was introduced to Tim Ferriss' 4-Hour Work Week, but I didn't get it. So it's just I'm trying to figure out how to grasp things quicker, or I wish somebody could be like, yo, this one of those things. Like right now, I'm into M&A. Like I'm focusing on
Mergers and acquisitions.
Yeah,
Love it.
acquiring
Yeah.
business.
Absolutely.
I'm putting a focus on
I love
that
it
now.
That's good.
Because I don't want 5 years to go back. I remember when I was talking about.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
good.
saw that to say I just wish I could catch things from my brain. Like yo, that's something I need to be on now. Like when somebody say it, get on it now, not later. But I don't know. That was just a rant.
Yeah. I mean, I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we wish for stuff, and then sometimes you might jump in it too early because you did get it, but then you have to go through hella mistakes because you didn't fully understand it the right way.
Bro, I got on
You know
my
what I'm saying?
podcast, bro. I said I started before David Shands. I started before Earn Your Leisure.
You did.
I was going but I had no guidance. I didn't have no coach. I was just podcasting, bro, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I always think about how I stopped and then how everybody blew up and mine was just like,
But let me say this. Would you go back and change it? Because you still did so much other things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wonder
what if
how
that
much
stopped you
things
from?
would I change? I
wouldn't change nothing.
So I would say for the first 7 years, so me and Russell Brunson started at the same time. But Russell Brunson was taught about digital marketing. He was taught about online.
Right.
I was taught about work a fruit truck.
Right.
Have a moving company.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with those things,
Got
but
it.
he was given different information than I have, and
That's
he's
true.
so much further along because he had access to information I have. So if I could go back, I would want to start in marketing. I would want to start in communicate. I can't change it, but I'm just saying, like, when you have access to the right information, you could get there so much quicker.
That's fair.
So I just say all that to say, you would be in business to government a lot sooner if somebody might have said, yo, Drew, back in 2014,
that is true.
like, yo, business to government is the way, dog.
Right.
And you now Nicole Parker or whoever, I think, was it Nicole Parker you said?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Right.
So it ain't nothing. I always just
get what
think
you're saying.
sometimes, that's why I try to take advantage now of these different things in front of me, because I don't want another year to go by, 5 years. You know what? I had that opportunity to work with such and such and I didn't.
Right.
Or I had the opportunity to learn this and I didn't. So that's what I'm on now. But yeah, I was just ranting. Bro, share, we're about to close out. Any mistakes that entrepreneurs need to look out for? I know I've had dozens. I know you probably had dozens. Anything recent where you like, bro, this crap happened to me. You got to watch out for this.
Man, I'll say this,
we
man.
just talking about big L's, remember?
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Man, I think anything that deals with lawyers, bro, is gonna be a big L, bro.
Yeah.
And so I've been through a lot of stuff with that. I'm sure you have too, bro. But it's just like the way they be charging, bro.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how much they charge, and so just going through a lot of stuff that requires lawyers. I think that's the biggest thing I would try to do. Anything I would try to do, if you can avoid lawyers, bro, that's what I would do.
See, so I got two things. You say avoid it, and then I say get them, although it costs. But if I sign a music deal,
right,
and I didn't have an advisor, is it costing me?
I mean, avoid them when it comes to the litigation part.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Beforehand, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, yeah.
But as you
so
go
do
through
it right
business,
the first time.
do it right the first time. So yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, because I've gone through a couple litigation processes. And I'm like, dang, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it just feels like a waste of money.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And they want that money.
They want it, and they charge for everything.
Yeah.
Text messages, bro, phone calls, you going back and forth.
Yo, speaking of that,
you gotta learn how to stop.
Sent me with an audio message. She legit I'm like, let me go 1 hour for that. Yeah, so that's funny. But yeah, bro, I appreciate you coming on. Listen, y'all, if y'all checking out this episode, man, you looking for somebody to help you do that conference. anything in that regard, like my guy's the guy to help you guys really go ahead and grow and scale what you got going on. So, Drew, take us out of here. Let everybody know where they could tap in with you, brother.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Check me out at Brand with Drew. You can also check us out at theoagency.com. We're launching a brand new space called LED Walls Studios. So you guys are going to see a lot of stuff there. We're going to be doing like NBA level stuff. Y'all saw the All-Star game with the floors.
Crazy.
Yeah, we're getting into all that stuff, bro.
That.
So we're about to get super creative. So I get to take my creativity and bring it to an old industry and like just go crazy.
It's over with.
So that's what I really want to do.
That's a concept. Though.
Yes.
It's like with internet marketers, like the marketing I do, I'm going against some of the best marketers ever. You're going against Hormozy. You're going against Russell. You go take this and you dump it on pharmaceuticals.
100%.
You go dump this on HVAC.
Yeah, exactly.
Go.
And you're going to win.
Yo, listen, bro. I don't know. Like, that was just a gem that you just said and I just said.
Yeah.
Like, some of the most transformation, and I want to say this, I thought this episode was powerful, but I'm telling you something that happened that really changed my life. I was watching this episode with a sales trainer and the guy. And I'm like, yo, get to the gyms. Like, get to the, like. And bro, it was the last 1 minute. They said one thing, bro, that helped me generate a lot of money. So what I just said and what you just said, take
so
it.
It's the last,
bro, where you might be like, well, Drew, and that was cool. But if they catch taking what you do that you're really good to an old, outdated industry.
Yeah. That's a gold mine. You become the best at it.
Overnight.
Yeah. You go into any old industry or any other industry and bring something from another industry to it. That's really how you pop.
That's a whole class of itself, bro.
Yeah.
So, well, listen, y'all, we will see y'all on the next show. Appreciate y'all tapping that. Let's go.